Hello everybody out there. Welcome back for another video. Hope you're all doing well. Hope everyone is having a fantastic day and that you're all doing great. Do not forget to follow me on the media that is also social. There are links in the description below the video. And without any further ado, let's jump right into it. Kind of fascinating. Couple of things taking place. We appear to be, dare I say, moving forward. And a bunch of things that were kind of spoken about before. A lot of what we've been getting in the news, besides the heavy accumulation, the companies, and all these other kinds of things are basically building a very expansive cryptocurrency market that I think is going to benefit the space over the actual coming years. And I don't use the word however lightly. Also in the news as of late has been a lot of accumulation. You've seen it, you've heard it, you understand it, and it shows no signs of stopping. We are getting a larger number of companies recently who are from Japan, who continue to announce, and we know that their fiat currency is doing terribly and that they're basically trying to find an alternative to it, and they've chosen Bitcoin. Metaplanet is one of those companies. Yeah, Metaplanet is back in the news, and I'm pretty sure you can't imagine why. They've been purchasing cows, and they bought some windmills, and what else is ridiculous? Some Tupperware. They bought a lot of Tupperware, because that's just what Metaplanet has been doing. They have a rather ambitious plan of trying to accumulate, was it 1% of all the Bitcoin on the planet in, let's see, 12, 6, 18, in about 21 months, somewhere around there. So let's see if they can actually do it. It says Metaplanet has climbed to the 6th largest Bitcoin holder on the planet, corporate holder, with 20,000 Bitcoin. Yes, for whatever reason, Metaplanet continues to, and I assume this is the actual number. They continue to do round numbers and or significant numbers. No one knows why. Maybe it's better for them mentally. Haven't really caught on yet. Metaplanet only does purchases of 1,111 Bitcoin. 1,881 Bitcoin, 888 Bitcoin, like very, significant numbers. And I guess they've kind of rounded out with this one. A website by the name of Bitcoin Treasuries Net revealed that the latest purchase was pushed Metaplanet to rank as the 6th largest public company holding Bitcoin, overtaking Riot Platforms. The Tokyo-based firm now holds 20,000 Bitcoin in their reserve. According to the disclosure, the company coins were acquired at an average price of 111,000 Bitcoin each. The achievement also highlights how quickly Metaplanet is growing its reserves. They initially said they wanted 1,000 Bitcoin, then they moved up to 10, and then to 21,000. Now they want 210,000 Bitcoin. The reason why they have to quickly acquire and grow their reserves is because, as we've stated before, a lot of the fundraising that these companies have announced that they want to do, they tend to be, we're trying to raise $3 billion. We're trying to raise 3.7, 4.2 billion US dollars, which is, absolutely ridiculous amounts of money. But if all these predictions that we've been getting about Bitcoin doubling in price, doing a 5x in price, dare I say a 10x in price over the coming years actually end up being true, well, guess what? That 3 billion you were raising now has to be 30 billion. So I assume these companies are anticipating prices going a lot higher, and therefore you got to accumulate a lot quicker. Less than 3 months ago, they had 10,000 BTC. Earlier this year, the company raised its year-end target to 30,000 Bitcoin, tripling, I almost said tripling their original goal of 10,000. And then basically the article talks about how cool and amazing and fantastic they actually are. So, yeah. Metaplanet's always in the news. I assume we're going to be hearing from them in the relative near future because this is simply what they do. Sure, yeah. Companies continue to accumulate crypto. There's less and less out there for you and your families. And this is kind of the goal. These companies, they want all of it. They want normal people to have none of it. As much as you might not think that's the case, keep thinking that way and then you'll see in a couple of years. That's the Metaplanet news. And yeah, let's move on. So, surprise. What was that? Oh, I hovered over the name. Surprise, surprise. Yeah, Flare is in the news. For those of you who don't know, weren't here. Flare is a company, ? An institution, a something that years ago announced or threw their support behind XRP. The idea of Flare was basically to give XRP some form of staking, if you will, passive income through the Flare network. It made waves a number of years ago. It was meant to be the solution or the answer to Ethereum staking or Cardano staking, which was very more popular a number of years ago as well. So basically, Flare came out similar to how, staking isn't native on XRP. Same way it's not native on Bitcoin. So we're seeing a lot more discussion of staking on Bitcoin, on Litecoin, and on chains that don't have it. And Flare is meant to be one of the solutions. So they're back. We haven't heard from, I personally haven't seen Flare news in quite some time. Flare and a company called More Markets are preparing to launch the XRP Earn account. The product offers a simplified on-chain method to earn yield on XRP. The solution is non-custodial, meaning users always retain asset control. This is becoming a very big thing. If you missed it before, I think it's Kraken and I forgot the other one. Doesn't matter. 2 crypto exchanges currently have Bitcoin staking of some sort. You receive 1% on your money. Sure. But you retain control over your coins at all time. A thing that some people don't like about other chain staking is that you kind of have to lock away your coins. It's the idea of like, if you don't have proof of work where you're mining these coins, you have to put your coins into the network. It's part of the protocol, and that will then create new coin babies. Like that's really how it kind of is. But by default, you have to lock your coins in to secure the network. So we're seeing a new expansive idea of not having to give your coins to someone or give over control of your coins to someone and not having to lock your coins away into a protocol. And you can still make passive income from it in that way. Flare has announced a partnership with More Markets to launch an XRP Earn account, a new product designed to provide XRP holders with a secure and simplified method for earning on-chain yield. The collaboration will integrate More Markets' yield generation strategies onto the Flare network, aiming to create a streamlined experience For users looking to participate in DeFi, this is still used as one of the answers to what it's going to be for. Similar to, if you remember, wrapped coins, there's still a thing. But the original idea of a wrapped coin was basically you would, in essence, be able to take Bitcoin, wrap it, I'm air quoting here, into the Ethereum network and then use the value of said Bitcoin in DeFi products, that offer tremendous yield, 17%, 22%. Watch out though, because a lot of those ended up being scams or pyramid-y. But there are other things that are more legitimate in nature. So one of the ideas for the future of finance, everything is fragmented but together. The idea is for DeFi, for blockchain, for smart contracts, being able to own a home. You own this house with 99 other people. It's on the blockchain. You all own a fractionalized portion of this home. So like I said, it's fractured, it's separate, but it's all still together. The idea for DeFi is kind of the same. You take your coins, you put it onto a new chain, you put it onto a new so-and-so, you put it into this protocol, you use it in separate ways. You're getting it. Like you're understanding. And DeFi tends to be one of the answers that people kind of give as to what it's going to be for. But in reality, many of these things in the future, I think many of them will simply offer a yield for simply using their product. Having your coins on this chain, on this market, on this place will give you a 1.5, a 2.2, a 3% return per year for using our network, for using our product. That's basically what it's going to end up being. The XRP Earn account is designed to allow XRP holders to earn yield without needing to directly interact with multiple blockchains, bridges, or smart contracts, like I just said. If you haven't used many of these products before, it's not even a hassle. It's almost like unreal. Years ago, there was long story short, there was something I was doing with an artist. He created an NFT and you were able to have said NFT. You could redeem it for the actual physical copy of the actual artwork. You had to buy it from a website and connect your account to it. And then you had to switch over the other network within that thing to be able to interact with their website. You had to then swap over money into the website, but you had to switch chains and this is all real. You had to use another website that allowed you to then interact with this chain that they were using that no one uses anymore because it was so obscure. You had to wait about 2 hours for the transfer to happen to be able to get the other coin that they were only using on that artist's website. When you actually did that, then you had to go to the website and redeem the thing that you were trying to use by re-interacting with it. And I sat there for hours and I was like, what is troubleshooting and everything? Because it took about 16 steps to finally get to the end, to have transferred the NFT to them. Then you had to wait to hear that they air quote burned the NFT to an address. They then took the actual so-and-so, and then you still had to pay for shipping, which was through another thing. I think it was PayPal or something, or credit card to pay. And I was like, what? So if you haven't done that before, count yourself lucky. The bridges, having to interact with these things and using multiple blockchains, and even within, this is a problem that Ethereum is going to have to fix, because there's different types of ether. There's this ether on so-and-so, there's this tether. If you want to use tether with this, it can't be the USDC one, it has to be the one that's on top of Ethereum, or it has to be the one that's on top of, and for new users, they don't know what's going on. This slightly makes sense to you because how long have you been in crypto? You've been here for a while. You understand, okay, it may take a couple of steps, but I can get there. We don't live in a world where people want steps. People want to buy XRP, they want to buy Bitcoin, and they want to be able to say, okay, cool, I understand how bank transfers work. Let me enter the address and send it there. And they want to click a button that says stake, make passive income, get yield. That's it. All these other steps will eventually be more smoothed out, but yeah. Users will initiate the process from their own XRP, geez Louise, own XRP wallet through a feature on the More Markets platform. I haven't seen around, I'm sure someone knows because people always know, what the actual yield is going to be. Hold on. Give me half a second. Give me, wait. Don't move. Don't move. Let me see. Hold on. Flare, More Markets, XRP yield rate. I'm Googling it. Hold on. Okay. It says the Flare network in partnership with More Markets has launched the XRP Earn account, allowing users to earn yield with you. Oh, wow. The yield reportedly is up to 5%. Huh. The process involves minting. I don't know why. Why is that not in this article? Wouldn't it have made sense to have that information? Okay. The process involves minting an FXRP token on Flare, which represents XRP on the XRP ledger, and putting it into DeFi to generate returns. Oh, okay. 5% is not bad at all. I don't want to have to use DeFi, but 5% isn't bad. Yeah. These will continue to pop up more and more, everyone. I know that's a weird and or maybe confusing thing to a lot of you out there. I've been telling you for years now, years and years and years. The way, so first of all, rich people don't work. And if you are rich and you do work, then, golf clap for you, how amazing. The majority of everyone else doesn't want to work. So the way that this is going to work is that a lot of these companies, as I said in January, are going to begin launching these products over the course of this year. The turning point, this is, first of all, good job, Flare, and More Markets. The shift is going to be when we hear crypto exchanges offering these normally. So when we hear Gemini, Kraken, Coinbase, and Binance all announcing that they're allowing people to simply place them on the website, and you can get 5% return on your XRP for doing nothing, that's when it takes off. That's when everything goes insane. And as we've been seeing, these products are launching, but it's just real. If we can be realistic, the major two need to announce these products. We need to hear from Binance and Coinbase. And I've said December for a while. I don't know why December pops into my head. We'll see what happens. But that's when crypto really takes off. Because a lot of companies, if you missed it, announced a year or so ago that crypto's great, but it's boring. Crypto's interesting because prices go up and you make money, but it's not producing a yield. So when we get indications that you can stake your Bitcoin on Coinbase, Binance, you can stake and flare away your XRP, and on this other website, you can do this with Litecoin and other coins that don't have staking, that'll be the if you're not in the market, you are really missing out. Because passive income is going to be what everyone focuses on. Yeah. All right, everyone. I think that's going to do it for this video. I hope you're all doing well. Hope you're all having an absolutely fantastic day. Thank you all, every single one of you, once again for watching, listening, liking, commenting, and supporting. And I will most certainly be talking to you all soon. See you.